Off we go, map number 1. Titaners we saw earlier already. This was the one map where Yuumi was successful. We've seen Archmage versus Keeper opening. This is certainly the norm on this map. We touched earlier on how strong the Keeper can be here on this map that we see. This is the big difference, though, that I'm going to be expecting from Kaho compared to Moon. I think he's going to play a lot more Demon Hunter in the following maps. Not this one, though. This one is amazing for Keeper. But in general, I think Kaho's Demon Hunter play is absolutely phenomenal. And I would expect more of that later.
Yep, I casted quite a bit of Kaho versus Human lately. There were some show matches, also part of WAL, where Kaho was meeting HawK and Fortitude. And I'd agree, a lot more Demon Hunter, also more immolation play in general. Keeper here, as you said. He also was the one coming up with the Demon Hunter Tinker combo on Northern Isles, so a Tinker is not out of the equation either. So yeah, should be a very, very good game. And hopefully HawK has a very, very good item after creeping the lab early.
The good thing is the Ring of Vision can't drop here, because as we know, thanks to HawK, the Ring of Vision is a C-tier item.
Yes.
There are a bunch of good items here. I would say S-tier qualifies for Robe of the Magi and Soul Mask and the Ring of the Archmagi. The worst would be the belt, probably. Ruined Bracers, I take that back. The worst would be the Ruined Bracers. That's a D-tier item.
HawK. I mean, he came up with the Crystal Ball emote for a reason. Always bad items for him. That is indeed unfortunate, but it is a lot of gold. You can basically convert these Ruined Bracers into boots, into staffs, into circlets. Just gotta go to the shop and we'll be fine.
And I guess HawK wasn't lying to you when he said he might be playing some pushes. I thought, as I saw, only 3 farms, but now there's a 4th farm, so it might be an expansion in the end. Calling the boys, sending them over. Man, these AM items are crappy. Oh, but is he not coming for the expansion then? Ah, I see. Militia going to the orange camp outside the main, trying to get level 3, and then using that level 3 to bounce off and go for a pressure play. The Keeper not level 3 yet, but it's pretty close.
Here we go. Ruined Bracer sold. Circle it is. First footy not denied. Looks like the footman fell and the Archmage gets level 3. That's not how it works, courtesy of the Militia at the top. And now Water Elemental's really strong. Mana management also seems to be fine. And HawK more on the Leon side of things, probably, with tier 2 pushes.
Kaho taking a page out of Moon's playbook, going for... Oh, the Watch Elementals just stacked up for the double detonate! Oh.
Oh.
That was kind of a big mistake there by a HawK. That's not supposed to happen. Losing more footmen now as well. The Keeper got level 3. I would say Kaho is playing a really clean Keeper game here. He's known for being excellent with Demon Hunter, but also his intelligence hero, Keredwin. It sounds like a name out of the Silmarillion. Keredwin the Great! He's hunting for more kills.
might have been inspired by Lord of the Rings. We got Ents basically, right? So why not? And elves, obviously, as this is an elf hero. Yeah, HawK already in a little bit of trouble. Gets another Water Elemental out, this time not stacked. And he gets a Moonwell for his efforts. That reduces Moonwell juice regeneration a little bit. This Hunter's Fall is at 50%. Don't think Archmage alone has enough damage, though.
Nope, not really. Keeper... Oh, he stole the item, by the way, in the north. Yoink. He's 3.5 already. The main is safe. The archers will be able to push away any other pressure that might come his way, as tier 2 is finishing for Kaho. Second hero choice will be available. Should be a tavern hero normally. Though the Keeper falls back and we see a Demon Hunter second. Oh, really?
Okay, interesting choice. It was a little bit of a fight between Naga and Panda recently on the Night Elf side. With the Naga getting the shorter end of the stick, I guess. But Demon Hunter, interesting to see. Good fighter, of course. Nice mana burns. But that's pretty much about it. And takes some time. HawK on the other side gets the rifles out, preparing for the tier 2 himself.
Yeah, I think if you're facing a rifle push, you really want to have a strong frontline tank, or you can really use Rejuve and the Moonwells well, which Doesn't go so much for the Naga, maybe for the Panda, although he doesn't have the most armor. If the Demon Hunter gets the levels, he should be the strongest of the choices. But yeah, it's going to take a little while. Footman again trying to mess with the Night Elves creeping, but there's always enough repair, there's always enough healing on the Ancient of War, and the Keeper's always able to find those kills. He's going to be level 4 already right here. I'm loving Kaho's position. I think he's playing clearly better than HawK so far.
Yeah, amazing progress. Good damage on the Demon Hunter now as well. He gets, like, ideally, slippers, gloves, claws, all of that. A little bit of HP as well against Focus Fire. HawK is going for Pally second.
That's definitely not the thing we've seen most lately with these rifle pushes, rather than Blood Mage with Siphon Banish. But Paladin it is, which I feel like it's gonna be not so impressive once the demon gets level 3, to be honest.
Yeah, that is a problem. Devotion Aura will of course always be good, but Holy Light, is there gonna be so much single target damage with Entangle? There obviously is.
The rifle.
Yeah, that rifle.
Also forced 2 Holy Lights and a Peasant. Dude, Kaho is owning this map right now.
Yeah. And this is so fascinating, man. 2 days ago, HawK left dice no chance, and now it's the opposite. Kaho is so good. It's ridiculous how good he
Another
is.
one. Watch the map is dispelled. Mana burn just before the Holy Light, maybe? Oh, no, goes for the Priest. Another one dies. Bruh. This looks like a 400 MMR difference. It's not. They're actually pretty close. But this is looking like a shellacking.
Yeah, and things between them did look differently. I was told in chat by Don Dolaro on the ladder, HawK holds a 100% win rate against Kaho in a 1-0 situation, but it's a 100% win rate regardless. But here, man, Kaho is absolutely owning.
Keeper almost got another priest kill. Not quite though. Staff's back. He's got the Orb of Venom now, and he's got the Rejuve running. Only thing I would love to see more by Kaho is Clarity. So I feel like that's something he sometimes doesn't value highly enough. But he can now rely on a strong Demon Hunter. I like these items. He got the level 3. He got the Scourge Bone Chimes. And Kaho seems to be in the perfect position.
Yeah, Scourge Bone Chime is pretty good for a Demon Hunter, for bears, on top of Reju. This Demon Hunter will be fresh in no time. And HawK, this looks a little desperate already. Has to take care of that Keeper. That forwards a little damage to the Priest. That's an easy snack. Kaho is having a field day today.
I love this Keeper with boots, dude. He's so mobile. He can always poke from the perfect angle. Shout out Kurt Angle. Bit of Dispel maybe for a bit more. Of course he gets the kill right before the TP.
How do you know Kurt Angle?
From online memes, obviously. Don't you know that meme where he's staring in the camera?
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, that doesn't mean you know his name. Did you know he won the Olympics in 1996 with a broken neck?
I have heard. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's pretty sick.
Feels like HawK has a broken neck as well in this game. Yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
There's the GG. I don't blame him. That was a masterclass play by Kaho. He was kind of throwing him around like a little kid, to be honest. That was rather one-sided.
Yeah, what's to say about that? Like, Jesus, like you mentioned the MMR difference. I was actually thinking at the same time, like HawK, no disrespect here, is looking like an 1800 MMR player just because Kaho is destroying him and playing a perfect game. It makes it seem like it's one of those games like, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to win? I suppose the strategy was a little weird. I don't think it was whack, but it was weird from HawK. Like 4 farm, fast level 3. If you're going to do something like that, I feel like you have to overbuild Footman and maybe go for a little bit of a later tech, get defend, get a Beastmaster immediately at tier 2 and just continuously pressure and then go for a tier 2 timing. If you're going to go for 4 farm, quick level 3, you have to do something extra aggressive. You can't just hope to play standard after already delaying your tech so much. And also weirdly summoning a level 1 water elemental when he was about to get level 3 from the split creeping on the initial harass. Just a few weird decisions, and Kaho doesn't let anything slip. Plays perfectly front to back there.
Yeah, one could say it was a Kahonage.
It's got big cojones, you could say.
That's all right.
You guys used that one before?
No.
I've never cast it, but I don't know. Okay, well, there you go.
Very, very creative. Very
You can have
good.
that one.
Very
You can have that one free of charge there.
Thank you very much. Well. Second map. HawK's losers pick. What do we got, Remo Demo?
We have Autumn Leaves for our second map of the day. This is a map where oftentimes Fast Expo versus Fast Expo and crucial early kills looking for level 2 can make the difference in the early stages. I want to know if HawK is going to be completely uninterested in fast expanding. Titanhunters is normally a great map for it, but he decided not to go for such an attempt. Rather, the rifle push strat was the initial idea, but then again, that one didn't really work, did it?
Unfortunately not, but you know, second chance for HawK to this time he can of course tie it up if successful. Autumn Leaves, oftentimes a brawly map, an action-packed map. HawK will probably follow in the footsteps here as he was relatively aggressive early on already. HawK upper right, Kaho bottom left, 1-0 for the Chinese Night Elf. 2 maps away from a quarterfinal versus Moon. As we have the keeper.
With the first heroes, it is the Keeper of the Grove, which must be the choice if you go for this creep route. But HawK changing his style, going for an MK first now, which then should normally certainly mean an expansion play.
Alrighty, hammers to heads. And Kaho, how is he adjusting to that? That means, of course, no Summoner's War with Water Elemental is gone. Makes the Shadow Priest a little bit less important than it usually is. But yo, this is not something that feels desperate or anything. I've seen it by HawK before, especially in recent weeks, implementing more and more Mountain King firsts. But before we go into the nitty-gritty of this game, maybe we thank LeCrestFallen for the 83-month resub. Hail Saint, my little lambs! Next month you guys owe me a candlelight dinner with some fine wine. And butt crumbs, gifting us up to butt wipe.
Thank you indeed. MK with an ambitious creep camp here first, going for the merchant creep right away. That is not really normal. This was scouted by Kaho, by the way, who has kept up excellent scouting so far this series. Found a Mantle of Intelligence. Ooh, that's a great start. Did someone see the tome? Did he get int tome as well?
Reading is for nerds. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but he's got a 23 int already. That is pretty good. MK with a quick level 2. Kaho seems to be super heavily focused on creeping early. He's been getting some damn good items, man. These reckless items from the Keeper. So nice.
HawK can't complain either with that Circlet Claw, and Dusty Gut Bash intensifies with that, I guess. More attack speed, more bash. And hopefully he's a little lucky.
What is this? MK moving south, looking for victims. And Militia called out to the natural, so it might be an MK footy distraction play while the Militia take on the creeps at the expo. This is gonna damage them a lot though. HawK needs to make sure to properly micro this while keeping the pressure on right here. MK about to level up, Keeper still needs a bit, but good defensive position here for Cal.
Alright, the Militia were microed correctly when I checked it. Ooh, with the Bloodlust, this is oftentimes a little wonky, but he gets it down. Okay. Mountain King level 3. Very, very good Storm Bolts now. This is a bit threatening for Kaho.
He's playing one base MK into rifles. Who does this? Nobody normally.
Yeah.
Might kill an archer here and does get the kill. Oh, the one moon just a little bit too late.
Well, the Wisp was blocking, so the Footman's still getting a kill here. Archer's falling. It is the expected slobber knocker between tier 1 units. and Entangle, as well as Stormbolt, super good against them, of course. And despite having a rumble in the quad Moonwells, some archers are lost, but HawK certainly receiving a bit more. And another footman. Yeah, do you really want to engage into an Entangle?
Other those 4 Moonwells, by the way. Such a sick position to fight in. You can heal so well. Perhaps a mistake by HawK. It kind of seems like a mistake to fight in there. And that is the level 3 now finally received by the Keeper. MK now kind of low HP and low mana. I would say this wasn't the perfect start for him.
Not really. And also the follow-up, like Mountain King 1 base rifles. I mean, he promised me clown pushes, but
A player's forces are under attack.
what is this? Or HawK is redefining the meta in front of our eyes.
MK first can be very strong, but there's also some clear counters to him. First and foremost is the Demon Hunter. And very understandably, we see this hero again as the second hero of choice. Trying to Stormbolt surround with half-dead footies. Hey, but maybe it's enough to force a TP here with a few bashes, maybe. But this time there's no bash to come through. Keeper should be okay, but he can't quite fully heal from these Moonwells. They were heavily taxed.
That is correct. It was nighttime though, so it helped a bit. Clarity helps. Staff is fine. Lore's coming. But yeah, Rifles will be happy to meet with the Dryads. We get an Archmage second, so a little bit of a reversed roles here. But HawK still thriving for more gold.
Oh, nice Force of Nature. Look at that. Opens up the path towards the Merc Camp creep here. Really nice. Demon Hunter gonna get a big consumable right away. Would love to get some solo XP. It does. It's gonna be a quick jump start to level 2 right away. Finds the Mana Stone, which may be a sell. Keeper spells will soon fall off. HawK though, he wants to contest, man. Coming back over and over to the Merc Camp. Wants to contest for some kills. Is the staff ready? Oh, didn't use it for the archer. May want to save it for the demon. Might be the better idea. Demon is kind of hurt here already, but again, rifles are dying early on. The Treants here is so good early on tier 2 against these rifles.
Right on. Also Entangle versus Rifles. This level 2 spell. Well, it's still level 1, but having the Disable and the Force of Nature is just so good together against Rifles. Yeah, later they kind of own Dryads, and when you have to spell, Entangle of course falls off as well, but until then, Keeper just dominates, just like Kaho kind of dominates this fight.
Yeah, love that Mana Stone usage here as well. Right now the trains are still really good. May as well get all the use out of them while you can. If you force the human back and you creep the rest of the middle, you get such a big XP lead that you should be looking fine and dandy. HawK, everything he tries is getting counted all the time. It seems like nothing's working out for him.
Yeah. Crazy deforestation here. Kaho killed the Sasquatch. Ouch! No Brilliance Aura is quite bad. And so this Archmage is summoning Water Elementals. They are getting dispelled. They feed up Demon Hunter and Keeper. And Kaho is done with tier 3. Like he kind of weathered the storm.
Yeah, insane progress on this Keeper. He's about to clock in level 4 already. So quickly. MK is still far away from that. Archmage got like no experience at all. That's ridiculous.
Wow, he got 10. 10. That's what, like, killing a critter should give 10.
That's sharing a treant right there.
Yeah, I know.
Sad state of affairs for HawK, who's been... He's been getting owned. What else? How else can you put it? He's been getting outplayed.
Yep. No match, unfortunately. But alright. Maybe a lucky hammer, maybe a lucky bash. He needs Lady Luck by his side, that is for sure. For example, at this red spot, one of the strength of Rifleman, tanking, creeping with them is really good and really fast. Gets the aura. This will still take a lot of time.
Archmage? Archmage? Bro! Shoo. Gotta keep your eyes on the road, boys. Keep your eyes on the road.
Uh-oh. Creep Jack. And he finds the Brilliance Aura.
It's edge.
Hmm.
Thanks to the rejuve, everything here is perfectly topped off for Kaho. He would be in wonderful fighting position right now. 4-3 hero levels, really strong. Demon Hunter's items are a bit on the weaker side, but the Keeper is looking all the more impressive. At the same time, HawK hasn't even gotten to the push part yet.
Yeah, and Kaho's so ready. Man, wait, is his Archmage locked in? No, oh, I thought for a second he's walled in there, but no, there was an opening. Yeah, Kaho got 3 bears, 4-3 heroes, Orb is up, Subi Mask is sweet to have as well for more Treants. He's owning this map. Like, map control 80-20 in favor of Kaho. Creep Jack on the right hand side, a little late, but still forced the TP. Creep Jack here on the left hand side. He just knows it all.
Second armor upgrade already coming for Kaho. Pretty interesting. Very early on, before even an expansion or anything like that. Got the next... No, MK got the item? Who got the item? This circlet, I guess. Alright, HawK pushing into upkeep. He's got a supply lead right now. Militia could be pretty helpful as well. The one thing that Kaho is lacking is AoE. So, lots of bunched up units like Militia or Rifles can't get punished too easily. But the Bears are looking also more and more impressive.
Yo, with the Roar on top, with the upgrades coming, they will be quite sturdy. And then they can be staffed out, of course. Talisman, solid for the Keeper. But that's about it. Mountain King 4.2, Archmage with Brilliance Aura level 2. Heroes are okay, but even in that regard, Kaho's ahead.
And now the Demon Hunter. Level 4, all of a sudden, he's looking mighty tanky. When he was struggling a bit earlier with the levels. Nighttime falls. In classic Kaho fashion, there is no Ultra Vision.
Of course not.
But it's getting
It's
other
Kaho.
upgrades.
Yo, 2-1 coming, or 1-2 coming. And it's up for Kaho to decide when to fight, or if he wants to stall a bit. He says, okay, there was no tier 2 expansion. I'm safe. I'm gonna scout this.
Town is under siege.
It's really... The HawK's clock is ticking, man. You gotta... Like, it doesn't get much better.
Yep, he's gonna give it his best shot. The old college try. Militia moving south. Let's see how this goes. But the mana burns are so good already. Almost no return damage. Great staff play as well. Kaho has looked absolutely phenomenal so far.
He got almost similar supply. He got the better heroes. He got the better inventory, with especially with the double orb up. And he got the better tech. So lots of arguments on the side of the Chinese here. And another creep spot, man. Ooh. HawK could creep jack this time.
Might be a little bit too late. Get more armor for the Demon Hunter. Ring +5 puts him up to 14.9. That is a lot of damage reduction. 48%. And now the creep jack also being attempted. HawK, does he have a TP here? Oh no, he doesn't. HawK is kind of stuck right here and getting mauled by them bears.
Yo. Okay, he needs an absolute miracle or a huge fumble by Kaho to survive this. Running away from the bears is not going to be easy. Running away from Entangle. The Mountain King is tanking pretty much the entire army. And there's so much damage. He gets a bear or two, maybe. But supply numbers clearly in Kaho's favor. Also, the heroes are not looking like in the greatest fighting spirit anymore.
Fresh bears come in. Fresh rejuve is there. Some of it getting dispelled, but not all of it. Keeps up with so much mana, dude. What the hell? The priests are ready to dispel, though. The treants have been a non-factor so far. But that is keeper level 5 as well. Staff is ready again. More bears getting saved. And the human army getting picked apart so far. Militia coming in from the main base. Not much duration is left, but they're trying their best to help out. And Honestly, HawK is having a surprisingly decent fight, I almost want to say, considering how bad it looked. Almost lost the Archmage there. Reveals himself out of the shadows. No, don't do that. Don't attack, buddy. And the Keeper has to TP out. HawK stays alive. Also on the AM. Oh my god. Was really testing his luck right there.
All right, he does find a way out. He does survive indeed. That is quite surprising. He lost the majority of his damage, unfortunately, so got to restock on rifles, but utility is still there. Lots of slow, lots of invis, and a bit of healing, which he absolutely needs. Plus an invo potion. He's still got some fight left in him, and Kaho got to lick his wounds.
Look at all the bears though in the main, dude. There was like a million rejuves going around. Kaho saved so many of his units on low HP. Really nicely done. Bit of moon juice sipping from the bears. And they were able to heal everything up. And look at that. Everything is back to green, baby. 25 supply lead. It's kind of unheard of in this matchup. As the heroes press on. Demon Hunter is close to level 5 now. Keeper got it before. The Keeper has certainly fallen off. But that's okay. The rest of the army is making up for it.
And he's a solid orb carry. Why not? Mountain King going balls to the walls. But there's so many bears, dude. And there is no clap, no blizzard. Just single target damage. And these summons, they're gonna be dispelled. This Mountain King finds himself 6 feet under in a second. Another evacuation, but then okay, I pick other targets. The militia dead, rifles about to fall. It's kind of weird, Remo, when they fight, like Kaho's supply goes up and not down.
Yeah, wonderful play here by Kaho. The Dryads now coming in for a bit of catch, slowing things down, looking for more kills. Demon Hunter's about to get level 5. The Keeper kill has to be the target. MK has to find the hero kill on both heroes, honestly, by now. Not just one, but the MK is so hurt already. How's he supposed to do this?
Well, he's dead.
He is dead. Rip. GG.
Pretty one-sided yet again. 2-0. But HawK, maybe a slight improvement from the first game. That fight in the bottom right corner was all right. But again, a little bit resistant to macro games, I guess. HawK doesn't want to expand. Two different sort of one-base strategies, but not really a standard one-base strategy or an expansion yet. So HawK really going for not necessarily cheese, but just unorthodox stuff. He's pretty timid just to play standard. Why doesn't he just play standard? He's very capable of doing it.
I can't really give you an answer. So
He's scared. I'd be scared too. It's Kaho.
I guess he's a nice fella. Unless you meet him on a map. That is...
He's playing scary, though. He's playing scary good, bro. He's been looking really hot here, these two maps so far. Definitely the better player. Kind of running circles around HawK so far. And... yeah, I don't know. HawK, it seems like HawK is hoping for a misstep by Kaho to be able to finish the game with a quick push on tier 2, but it hasn't been happening.
Ridiculous. Thank you, Tilla Classic with the 3-month resub. I believe! Thanks, Tilla. You say it for decades, the human army is better than your army, but in this case, it's just not true, because Kaho is a young and powerful god. A Night Elf Mirror quarterfinal is one map away. A clash of generations it could be. Northern Isles. Will we see a Tinker?
Yeah, the Demon Hunter to Tinker play was kind of a Kaho special. They like to break out for the counter expansion playstyle, the macro game. We have seen no macro game yet in this series. Hopefully now it will be time for us to witness it for the first time. I don't really have trust in these one-base plays, man. I think Kaho is just too solid early. I don't think you can force a big mistake out of him early and finish the game at around 40 supply.
Let's see it. Really odd. It worked very, very well against DICE on Friday, but Kaho, more complete player. Match points. HawK facing elimination, starting in the bottom left-hand side in the yellow. Remember the times when we could pick the colors that we get and everybody always wanted to have yellow? It's odd.
And some people wanted to have green, and they're the bastards.
That's right. So, What do we have in store? We got Demon Hunter and we got an Archmage. Back to the norm, back to meta.
All right then, standard opening here so far. But HawK has been not so interested in standard. In case you guys don't know, haven't been watching too much lately. It has been sort of the same thing for the last 10 years. Where human wants to fast expand almost always. Normally, on the top level, they always fast expand, but HawK is playing a different style. Prefers to rather look for a quick execute on one base, tier 2. The crazy thing is he never even got to that point in the game. He never even got to set up towers in the enemy base, be there with rifles, put on some serious pressure. Kaho has just been too formidable early on to even allow that.
That is right. Question in chat, does HawK have like 500 ping? No. Thanks to W3Champions, the server we're playing on, we got pretty much perfect conditions, given that these players are quite far apart from each other. We're playing at around 90 ms, and that is equalized between the two players, so fair and more than playable.
Yes, indeed. Demon Hunter this time with Immolation, looking for a quick creeping of 2 camps. Going to pick up 2 items here. Gets basically the 2 worst items. Gloves and Mantle are terrible for the Demon. Later on good for the Naga, but not good for the Demon at all. You want to have more damage, agi, tankiness, especially when going for the Immolation build. So, Lady Luck so far on HawK's side, who's trying to go for the expansion creep here. I guess with the ring, perhaps not so much. Will he find the C tier item now? Nope. Pendant of energy. It is. Demon Hunter is here. Detonates are in. And the Immolation beginning to burn.
Alrighty. Kaho so far doing everything correctly. Nothing extraordinary happening yet. This is all the damage you calculate in. A couple of peasants. A little bit of damage on the workers. But you also drain damage that drains moon juice. And that buys you time for that second base, which we're about to see.
Items being sold here on the Demon. He's gonna buy some other ones. He likes more. He bought a ring, maybe some circlet, maybe some boots. Wait.
Boots it is. Okay, let's see if this works better with an expansion. Kaho seems to be of the opinion that Tinker here on Northern Isles is the answer, and I've seen it successful, but I've also seen it fail. Comes down to Tomes of Retraining, how powerful this push is gonna be. Which is very odd that a strategy is so dependent on this one item, but I like it. Kinda nice new flavor.
Yeah, double Tome of Retrain is gonna be needed here most likely later if it becomes 2 base versus 2 base. I'm glad to see HawK finally go for an expansion. Should make for a much more stable mid-game. Yeah, I also wonder, imagine before the human goes for the push, he just goes to the shop and buys and sells both tomes. Isn't that just a win then?
Starbuck tried something similar. I think it's also very expensive. I feel like one tome
only costs
already
400
helps.
gold, but you get so much gold back. You get like 250 back. It's only like 150 gold in here. Just sell them.
Right.
Buy them, sell them. Buy them, sell them. Be a day trader, just like Razorman.
Oh boy.
Says.
Not here though. Constant pressure, not doing much. This is a solid early game for HawK. Now, of course, the question, when is he able to tech? He spent a lot of lumber on that defense upgrade that's coming.
Yeah, maybe a bit too early to invest into this with the archer count this low. Demon only level 2. Seems like perhaps HawK is feeling too threatened by this unnecessarily. You mentioned it before, and the call is on. Second hero is the Tinker, Mr. Mecha Gob. Ready for action.
The Mecha Gob is still 5 levels away. But good. Oh, Archmage, bit mispositioned. Good to see him so confident. Haven't seen a Tinker ultimate in a long time. I need it in my life. Maybe in the FFA later.
A player's forces are under
Oh, that's right. FFA also tonight, semi-final going to be played out. Who are the players?
That is a very good question. I know that Seiso is involved. I know Aranicus is involved. Rulers told me Monday. And there's 2 more players, which will be revealed later.
Nice. Alright, Footy's going in. The defend right now, proving to be really good. The Pocket Factory is going to be taken out super early. Got almost no value. Except for the Demoner here to clean up this threat. HawK with finally having a bit of momentum. He hasn't felt wind in his sails for a long time. Now he's enjoying the breeze.
Captain HawK. He hears the clock ticking.
Oh, pure life. A bit of trouble here. Some repair might be necessary, but HawK realizes, okay, Footy damage here won't quite be enough. But the expansion timing was definitely slowed down for the Night Owl.
By far HawK's best game so far. Tier 2 around the corner. Tech timing was good. I really hope he has a shop. And I look at the expansion and it is up. Blacksmith also. No second racks just yet, as he's a bit short on... short on lumber for that. But very, very playable game.
Ooh, Pen of Energy could be sick later on if we get to the very late game for the Tinker. Use that with mana potions to spam the rockets. Put it back in. Again, take out this Pocket Factory once again, pretty early on. Archmage is fairly hurt though. He can't stick around for too long, but still, this expansion slowed down tremendously.
And that should have been a lot of time for the footmen to heal and cause more trouble. Rifles are coming in, upgrades, lumber upgrades as well. And the Mountain King second. No Blood Mage.
Yeah, as long as there's no Tome of Retraining, it's going to be quite good indeed. That will soon change. HawK might just have the good timing though to go for a quick execute, right? He's rich already, he's been building a big bank. If he just goes for a 70 supply timing with scrolls, this could be enough to just straight up win the game. Kind of the easiest way that the human can play this strategy. Expand first, harass, get ahead, slow down the opponent, and then go for the execute.
Yeah, Demon Hunter didn't even reach level 3 and has no mana burned. So until he retrains, this Mountain King can do a lot. By the way, thank you, Mr. Moonstruck. The FFA semifinal is Aranicus, Seiso, Gradient, and Stein. With Lelu and Todd waiting in the finals already.
Forces are under attack.
Lots of defend footmen. It's not gonna be too easy to chew through them, especially when you surround the Demon Hunter who has no TP, no staff. Gotta fight out. HawK, close it, close it, close it.
Oh,
He did. Oh, hammer! Long range! Wee.
oh those
There's a-
boots.
Oh my god.
Those boots are made for running. But HawK still here looking pretty formidable in the middle of the map. The items already picked up by the Tinker. Bell of Giant Strength could be pretty good for the Demon Hunter, I would argue. Who first needs to heal up though? All the Moon Juice was required. Hard attack moment right there in the middle of the map.
Alright, HawK. He fighting. Stemming against the defeat. Stemming against elimination. Still only Pocket Factory Immolation. The skill build by Kaho is really not made for this situation. Has a little bit of value against the footmen here, but against rifles, not really. Priests are being sniped by Dryads. Demon Hunter diving deep. We still don't have a staff.
Oh, HawK is overcommitting here though. He doesn't have mana anymore. Now he's just losing units as it turns out. The Tinker hasn't even used the Pocket Factory here in a while, but HawK is holding his own. Somehow Militia even arriving from the main base. That was still a bunch of losses, but now healing is going to be very tough for Kaho.
Yeah, it is daytime after all, or it was daytime the entire time. He gets a Care Bear for some rejuve, but this spell should be around the corner. Healing, of course, a lot easier for HawK, but he's still taking a step back. Why rush things? Kaho needs to retrain, needs steps, he needs so much stuff.
Right now he's looking for kills, turns on the Immolation. Once again, the Dryads can try to look for a pick of kills, but Dryad also goes down in exchange. Pocket Factory always quickly taken out. But yes, some rifles are falling. MK makes it to level 2. Priest and Rifleman number 2 go down here. But the Dryads seem to be getting cornered again and again. This one also perhaps falling.
Nice little block to cover the retreat. Tinker, uh-oh, again, no TP. He falls. Mountain King has quite some impact. Bears mauling away. Demon Hunter's gotta run. Dispel against the slow, so Kaho's alive, but supply numbers relatively even. And Kaho's gotta wait till the hero's back.
HawK down to 52 supply only, dude. He was down in no upkeep for a long time, and on low supply, you can't go for this push. Demon Hunter now at the shop, went for the one tome. He kind of needs a second. Didn't get it yet, though. Heal scroll for him.
4 production buildings. HawK will be up at 60, 70 food in relatively low time. Still got the lumber. Still got the gold. And Kaho, he will not accelerate this fast. He still doesn't have rockets. But he got a heal scroll instead and an ultra tanky Demon Hunter.
Yes, but very strong reinforcements as well. Every pair of bears that comes out of the lures is going to be a really potent addition. Big item here. Oh, big mana potion. Man, if the Tinker gets that later with the pen that he found. And if he retrains.
Ooh.
Backpack, by the way. It's gonna
Yeah.
neat.
He's gonna have New Year's Eve here in April.
It is still pretty cold and chilly out on this map right here. What was the next item? Can't see it. Burn +5, I think. On one of the bears. And the Tinker is returning. What's the next step for HawK? Seems like his pushing plans were completely stopped.
He's going for another armor upgrade and finally Dispel. Mountain King 3 went off mana stealing, nice to have, and now red spots. And then the map is more or less empty. And then we might be going for the bases.
I think we should be getting level 4 from this camp as well. Demon is so close to 5 already. Very strong. And he can be given some items from his friends.
A player's force
Of cunning
under attack.
is alright.
More intelligence for this Tinker. He got a lot of mana, dude. 580? How many rocket swarms is that?
That's a whole bunch, especially with those items he has. Mana level 5. He's gonna make the life, especially mana-wise, much more difficult on the other side. MK, how much clap and Stormbolt is he really gonna get out? Actually, he doesn't have clap. He only has the Stormbolt. Both players at around 80 supply. Kaho here with the Bears and the Pocket Factory. Could push this expansion pretty well. There's almost no towers here.
Should be relatively easy. Also with mortar teams, structural damage is good. Same can be said about Bears and Pocket Factory. Still doesn't see the need to go for the rockets. That is surprising. TP home, we gotta fight the Bears in a horrible position.
Whereas the Breakers, we have the Book of the Dead also being sung, but the Dryads are here with the Dispel quickly. We saw one big mana burn against the MK already. Does he get off a second? He's just slightly out of range. Okay, but there it is. MK got off 2 Stormbolts, but that might be it. Bear front line, slowed down, having a tough time getting in the real damage. One Bear is going to fall, but now the Dryads make it around along the outside, trying to get to the casters and the mortar teams, maybe trying to get on top. Tinker, close to level 5, but of course he didn't retrain yet. It's only Pocket Factory, which at this point is not so impressive anymore. But HawK getting swarmed from different sides, dropping low everywhere, especially on the MK, has to TP on home to heal up there. Unfortunately, the shop is gone, but he does survive. Lost a lot, though.
Yeah, that was incredible Dryad control. Not only jumping on the mortar teams in the back, also dodging the mortar shots in between. And speaking of in between, he got an expansion almost up in between. Flare scanned this, so HawK is like beelining immediately. But the time that he spends in the bottom right is time that he doesn't spend in the middle of the map. And that was time for Kaho to go to the shop. He got a heal scroll, and most importantly, the Tome of Retraining. With being so close to level 5, he's a rocket man.
going to be very impressive now. A potent addition from the cluster rockets. Still carrying the orb, which is a bit of an oversight maybe, but Kaho played a great game here. Dodges a Stormbolt as well. Hallelujah! Invo potion, and now he's got just way superior numbers.
Oh my. Just wait a little bit until you got Rocket 3. You still got the big mana. This is so much AoE.
Oh god.
No way, dude. Without a heal scroll, this is unwinnable. Here we go. Level 5, Rocket 3.
Aye,
Kill them all.
Fireworks. And no chance. Yeah, this is what Kaho presented first a few weeks ago, and look how strong it is. Tinker level 5 with rockets, man. Not to be underestimated. The Tome of Retraining strat, if you will, leads to victory here. Clean 3-0 by Kaho. Very strong showing that HawK couldn't quite keep up with.
Ooh, and I think it's going to be a long, long time before we see HawK again in W3Champions. You guys get that one?
Yeah,
no?
yeah,
Anyone?
yeah, Rocket,
good,
Elton
good.
John.
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
And moving on. Well played to Kaho. What can you say? He played excellent. HawK progressively got better and better. I think if he played a macro game all 3 games, maybe could have seen a 3-1 series, but I think it was likely to be this outcome. Kaho just so strong, clearly.